What's going on, Colts Nation? I'm pretty pumped up right now as the Indianapolis Colts have re-signed their superstar left tackle, Benrhard Raimann, the Central Michigan kid, drafted in the third round. A lot of people were shocked he slid as far as he did, and you know what? The Colts got an absolute steal. It felt like the last couple of years, the third round has been the sweet spot for the Colts. I mean, he got Benrhard Raimann, he got Josh Downs. It just kind of feels like the third round has, and now Justin Wally. It feels like we've been hitting in the third round, which is big, which is nice, and we'll see. We'll see where it goes from there. But Benrhard Raimann, you want to know a little bit more about his contract. He was signed to a 4-year, $100 million extension. $60 million of that is guaranteed. Of course, $25 million a year, and that puts him in right at the top five. Slides him right into the top five of, top five highest paid tackles. So he is the fifth highest exactly. Per year I'm going by. Rashawn Slater being paid almost 30 a year. Tristan Wirfs, $28.1 million. Trent Williams, $27.5. Christian Darrisaw, $26 million per year. And then, of course, Benrhard Raimann got that $25 million a year extension. It's a massive deal. It's a lot of money, but I don't think you could underestimate or, kind of undervalue or overvalue left tackle, if that makes sense. It's so important to get it right. When Anthony Castanzo left, we had a couple years there with some pretty bad left tackle play, and we felt it. Eric Fisher didn't work out, obviously. Tried that little Band-Aid there. Was not good. Matt Pryor was really bad. I mean, you go back to those couple years, Matt Pryor played some left tackle 1 year, was around 250 snaps. Straight up 44, 44.9 overall PFF grade. He was really bad. He played a little bit left guard. I believe Quentin Nelson was out. I believe he played all over that offensive line. Then 1 year he played at right tackle a little bit when Braden Smith was hurt. He did all right at right tackle when Smith was hurt. He was inconsistent, not great. But he's back in Philly now doing his thing. He's doing all right in Philly. In fact, he's playing quite a bit in Philly, but last year he did. But I would like, real quick before I go through some of the numbers Benrhard Raimann has put up. Yes, I do have numbers here for an offensive lineman. Anthony Castanzo's best year, we're going to go back to Anthony Castanzo here. We're going to compare Anthony Castanzo's best year in 2014 to Benrhard Raimann's last year in 2024. And I'm really just comparing the PFF grade because that's all I can really find. Couldn't really get too many PFF numbers on Anthony Castanzo. They just weren't there from 2014. So in 2014, Castanzo graded out. He checked out at an 84 flat overall PFF grade. That is very hard to do. It is a great grade. And then Benrhard Raimann, so the past 2 years, let's start 2024. Benrhard Raimann posted a, let's see, I had it here. I don't know where I put it. I believe it was an 80. I don't know where it is here. I can't believe I lost it. Where did I go with it? I really don't know where I went with it. Hold up 1 second. All right, so Benrhard Raimann posted an 85.1 overall PFF grade, which is wildly impressive. We knew the moment he stepped on the field, he played pretty well. He was pretty impressive right out the gate, and that was important for how bad the tackle play was the first, little while there. The first couple of years since we didn't have Anthony Castanzo, and then we drafted Anthony Richardson. We're hoping we have a good left tackle here that can, hopefully burst onto the scene the year AR was drafted, and he practically did. The last 2 years, he did log 82 plus overall PFF grades. He's done a phenomenal job, and that is not easy to do. His rookie season was over a 70 overall PFF grade. I mean, his career numbers so far from PFF, by the way, 2,500 snaps, and out of those 2,500 snaps, he has 21 total penalties, 45 games played, 85 total pressures allowed, 15 sacks allowed, and 8 hits allowed. For 45 games, that seems, and 2,500 snaps, that seems pretty good to me. And you can't just look at the numbers. Those don't do him justice. You got to go back. You got to watch him a little bit because he did a phenomenal job. And, I mean, we're really getting spoiled with left tackles here. You know how we were spoiled with quarterback for a little while there. We went right from Peyton directly to Andrew Luck. Couldn't have been better, but here in this situation, we did have a 2-year gap of pretty bad tackle play, but we're going from Anthony Castanzo, 2-year bad play gap, right to Benrhard Raimann. And premium left tackles are not easy to find, and Bernhard Raimann is a premium left tackle in the NFL. So the $25 million a year is 100% worth it. You know, I guess you could say it's a little rich, but at the same time, like I said, it's a left tackle. Can't really overvalue it too much unless it's an absurd, insane amount of number, or like an insane number, but well earned, well deserved. Whoever's going to be back there, slinging the rock, whether it's going to be Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson, I think it's going to be Daniel Jones. But remember, if Anthony Richardson wins the quarterback one battle, my bet was all this hair is going off, and I spent a lot of time in this hair, man. So I'm really putting up something that I'm really putting up something that I've worked really hard on. But I am that confident in Daniel Jones, and if he loses, then I'll have to eat crow, and you guys will see me with the buzz cut, practically almost bald. So make sure you guys stick around for all that good stuff. Got some training camp content coming up for you guys. NFL's, all NFL stuff pretty soon. Season's here. Training camp's here. The Hall of Fame game is Thursday, the 31st. That's going to be a nice night. So, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for tuning in to the JDW Sports Network and another segment of the Horseshoe Hustle, brought to you by Jason. I will catch you guys next time. I'm out.